It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. The kicker, Brandon Aubrey, is out to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. And that's not going to be returned, as so many kicking teams elect to do. This is past the landing zone, and we'll start at the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They begin with a quick throw out left. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. 2nd down. You look at this Cowboy defense. Into this game, they're ranked number 22 in the NFL against the pass, Charles.
And it's really difficult to prepare for this team. This is the #1 overall passing team in the NFL. But it shouldn't be hard to get excited about playing against them. The ultimate test going against that unit.
And that's why you and I are excited to broadcast this game.
Yes, sir.
5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Looking to throw. Gentry. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the 1st down. Now to be 4th and short.
They'll go with a keeper. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. Credit there goes to those guys up front.
Certainly does, but we're also seeing how quarterbacks are doing it nowadays on the sneak. When I played high school ball, my coach John Ford used to say, just get down behind those guys and pick up the 1st down. Now these guys might hesitate to count, use their vision in their eyes, and find the crease and dive for it that way.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. The Eagles hit 9-2 to start play. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Back to throw. Gentry able to find Gray here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 14 yards there and an Eagle 1st down. Give the rookie another one on this opening drive and a 1st down with it. A nice start, Charles, for the first-year passer. He's come out, made a few plays, nice plays to begin this contest.
He certainly has, and if he finishes off this drive with a touchdown pass, I vote we don't call him rookie anymore. We'll move him right to veteran and continue from there.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Really a solid start here on the opening drive, Charles. He's now 4 of 4, and they're already in plus territory.
Brandon, he's been so precise to start this game, like we're watching an operation taking place right now. Master surgeon at work.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive, and they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He dumps it off to Barkley. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical. They've been crisp. And as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. They'll try and sneak it here. And no signal, but I don't think he got the surge behind center. No, he's going to be kept out of the end zone. It's a quarterback sneak. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And this Cowboy defense trying to hold him out of the end zone. They've run it to 3rd and goal. Barkley will take this one in for an Eagles touchdown. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. He's got it, and the Eagles lead at 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 right at the 30. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Now, these two teams you might remember met earlier in the year in Arlington with the Cowboys winning that ball game. So they're trying to win here in Philadelphia to capture the season series. Here's 2nd and 10.
Yeah, there we go. Wait, take. Here we go, 46, 46. Here we go, 47.
Here's Prescott. That's into a crowd and intercepted. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Motion left, Smith. They go play action here on 1st down. It's caught. Smith. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it's 2nd down. Barkley, inside handoff. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first. The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big third down play.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Eagles 7, Cowboys nothing.
Now second quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a third down coming up. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. On third down, Barkley, and they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. So on comes the Eagle kicker, Jake Elliott, on fourth down. From the left hash, a chip shot here. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So golden field position there squandered as they can muster only a field goal.
Yeah, you were gifted a first-and-goal situation, but I have to give credit to the defense. They were brought out in a really tough situation, so give them credit for holding them to 3. That's a pretty nice accomplishment.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
Prescott. Open man, the tight end, Luke Schoonmaker. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys.
And this may be the one to build on right here. It's the second quarter. They've got nothing on the scoreboard as of yet. They need to put something together, and this is a good start as they get the completion there for good yardage and a first down.
Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Well, so far, little to no resistance by the defense on this drive alone. 3 passes, 3 completions, 3 first downs. They're taking it to them, and it's paying off.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10. They run over center with Mitchell. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Zach Bond there on the tackle.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
To throw is Prescott. Open man is Marvin Harrison Jr. That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
Now Prescott. This is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Jalen Tolbert, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys are back within a score. The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
They'll look to throw now on first down. It's caught on the right side of Smith. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season, because right now, 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or two, he's certainly capable of getting that done.
2nd and a couple. Operating from the gun, Gentry. This will be caught by Brown. And A.J. going to pick up an Eagles first down as he'll get this down to the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Up the middle with Barkley. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Looking to throw. Gentry. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Gentry. And it's caught. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. A nice throw there by the young rookie from Penn State, and it's a first down. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Saquon Barkley with his 14th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Eagles are able to add on to that lead. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Elliott good with a PAT. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. Pass complete there to Harrison. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
Here we go, 47. Yeah!
Looking to throw. Prescott. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Aiden Hutchinson in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly picked
over the middle, and there's a diving catch. 23 yards the pickup there. Certainly worth noting he's now 1 catch away from 600. He's at 599 in his career. A shotgun handoff to Mitchell. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defense in front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. 2nd down and 8.
Here we go, 47. Yeah! Here we go! That's it! 26.
Here's Prescott. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Yeah, here we go. That's it. We're going to 52.
Now Prescott. That is caught. He's got the 1st down and then some. Touchdown, Cowboys. Jalen Tolbert, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Cowboys get a late score here in the final minute of the 1st half. Aubrey good with a PAT. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they may just be content to take this 3-point lead and head into the locker room. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the 1st half. Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. They're going to get this outside. Oh, this could be a double pass. And the throw's going to be caught. And this works to perfection. The double pass leads to a touchdown. Elliott now to add the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So not much time to speak of remaining in this 1st half as the kick's away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
He's got a man, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And this one is no good. He missed it. And they will not cut into that 10-point lead. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the third quarter. And we will not see a return of the dynamic kickoff, and the first drive of the second half will commence from the 30-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half. So make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps. But above all, play your game.
Yeah! Here we go! Hey, chill. Here we go, go to 54, go to 54, right? 26.
Prescott from the gun. Outright, he finds Tolbert. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. Prescott to throw it. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Yeah, here we go. Right, take 26.
Throwing, Prescott. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
47. Here we go, 46. 46.
Prescott yet again. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big one there on third down. They hit for 30 yards. That reception, his 600th NFL catch. Congratulations. Quite the accomplishment. From the gun, a give to Mitchell. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Prescott now. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
We're going to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
Prescott from the gun on third. And that is incomplete.
Give him credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as they'll go for it on fourth down. That's to the sideline and pulled in by Harrison. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. The Cowboys here unable to convert on fourth down. And the Eagles defense able to hold. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
2nd down, 8 to go from the 28. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to be down at the 35, gain of 7. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well, great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Gentry. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
2nd and 10 now. Third quarter action from Philadelphia, PA.
Let's go. 70 range, 19 tight, 19 tight, 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Panther Street, Panther Street.
They'll send Brown in motion right.
Go.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
And they visited the end zone frequently in this one, and obviously they wanted another one. But give credit to the defense there. They may not make the comeback, but pride showed. Good sack on that play.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Oh, he's going to look downfield for Barkley. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by DeMarvion Overshown. And the Cowboys are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
2nd down and 6 now.
Kill. Yeah, there we go. I think. We're going to 52.
Prescott now from the 50. They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. Keely Ringo picks it off. The one side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks them right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
Here's a quick throw caught by Smith. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 14 yards there and an Eagle 1st down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
It was Osa Odighizuwa on the tackle.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Running again with Barkley on 2nd down. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
3rd and 4. Just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And no field goal try here from the red zone offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. They'll go with a keeper. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. A wall of bodies there. Nowhere to burrow through the line on the quarterback sneak. And the Cowboys defense is going to get him the football back. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Before they can snap it, time runs out on this 3rd quarter of play. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Yeah! Here we go! Right there!
Up the middle, here's Mitchell. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
This 2nd and 4. In motion, that's Tolbert.
Hey, 47! Hey, kill! 26!
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He's got it complete to Tolbert. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Jalen Tolbert, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 11 on the year. And the Cowboys have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
60 Bison! 60 Bison! Go!
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
And when you're in a one-score game in the 2nd half, now's not the time to force the football into places where you shouldn't. And that's a smart decision to just get that one out of there.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Ready!
Looking to throw. Gentry. He's going to let this one go deep. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Kevontae Turpin with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Eagles use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead. They have to love seeing that from their young quarterback here in the 4th quarter, able to further that lead with a touchdown pass.
He didn't go turtle, did he? And you know what I mean by that. I had an old coach used to say all the time, hey, when we have a lead late, don't just tuck in and try and ride it out. Go out and play and extend the lead. And that's what he did.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Dancing to his left. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
I certainly like what he did right there because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and he gets a small gain on the play.
Here's Prescott. And Prescott, his 3rd interception. Darius Slay with a pick. And the Eagles are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They have to like the position that they are in. Fourth quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
And what a tough spot for this defense because they know it's coming, but they're just powerless to stop it. What a great run there to start the drive. And you can bet there'll be more where that came from as they try to ice this game away.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 59 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
I guess he was saving his best for last, so to speak. Longest run of the day coming here in the fourth quarter right there. And that type of run makes for a better night for him and his teammates, doesn't it? To be able to produce this late in the game can lead to some big smiles and satisfaction in the locker room after this one's over.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Saquon Barkley, 34 yards. And the Eagles are closing in on a third straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter. An important score there, CD, and now an important extra point because it would make it a 3-score game.
Love the math there, and at this point in the fourth quarter, look, we all need next-gen stats, right? We all use them, but we don't need them here, do we? Because that means it's almost a certain victory.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. Escapes the defender. And they're going to be backed up to start. A big hit there on the return. Stops him dead in his tracks.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Yeah! Here we go!
Prescott. And that's dropped underneath to Mitchell. So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be second down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
From the 29, Prescott. That's into the hands of Tolbert. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down. And again, it's Prescott. Well, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Here we go! 47.
To throw is Prescott. That ball caught by Harrison. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 27-yard line. A very solid gain of 27. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Now Prescott. Flush to his right. This is caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make...
And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Jalen Tolbert, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Aubrey Good with a PAT. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Eagles dodge a bullet. They cover it up. The risk-reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Past the 20, and he will be taken down, but a big play there as it comes just as we reach the 2-minute warning. What a play that turns out to be, 36 yards. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's a give to Barkley. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Saquon Barkley with a milestone career touchdown number 100. Joining Curtis Martin and Franco Harris at the century mark as he continues to climb the all-time list. And the Eagles are closing in on win number 10 as they extend this 4th quarter lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the 4th quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the right number.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Keely Ringo picks it off, and he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Go, Chap! Go, Chap!
A handoff to Barkley, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Here's a fake on the jet sweep as he'll go instead with Barkley. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as it comes with 1:15 left to go in the second half. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Let's go! Panther Street! Panther Street! Hurt! Check go!
They'll go to Barkley again. And not much much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now to try the Eagle field goal, Jake Elliott. He connected on his first, this from 41. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to.
And got his man complete. A big play here for Dallas. 48 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And now this one may draw a penalty. He just blindly threw that one to the sideline. And, yep, indeed, the flag is out. They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long.
We're going to 54. Hey, 47. 26.
Looking to throw. Complete. This is Mitchell. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock.
Yeah! Here we go. Going to 54. Going to 54. Line in. Under. Here we go. Kill. 26.
They're going to look to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board. Both offenses were clicking. Charles, these defenses, meanwhile, have a little something to clean up before their next contest.
Yeah, neither end zone had a stop sign in it, did they? I mean, for both sides, visit it, and with frequency. Not fun to be a defensive player, but on the offensive side of the ball, those guys had a blast. One team came away with a victory, even better for them.
So for Philadelphia, they continue to be one of the best teams around as they move to 10-2. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for Dallas, it's a loss that could have implications on the playoff race as they fall to 9-4. And they'll get the extra week to think about this one as they return to action in 2 weeks' time. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.